I don't know if you remember me at all, but this was back around, I think 2016, 2017, around that time.
Oh, wait a minute, dude. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah,
What is your name? Emiliano. Emiliano. You're one of the students
I was one of the
that I was
students.
doing a presentation.
Yes, and you brought your
Oh my
copies of your book.
God.
Yes.
I thought you were telling me that you went to school with me,
No,
bro.
I was one of the students who came and did a presentation when I was in
Yeah.
middle school. And then after that,
Okay.
I kind of, not that you disappeared, but I was trying to figure out, like, oh man, where's this guy at? Because, like I said, especially because not too long ago, I guess the experiences that I wanted to tell you about is that obviously as a Chicano man, I feel like I constantly go through that identity crisis, being Chicano, but also of indigenous and everything like that. My dad and my grandma are Purepecha, and obviously because I was born here in the United States, I go through that identity crisis of being either Chicano and then everything else along that lines. Where it's like on one end you have my people telling me you're not Mexican enough, and then you have
Mhm.
people in America telling me, hey, you're not, you gotta speak English, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's a lot of tough experiences, and it's things that I experienced after I got out of middle school. So,
I
um,
remember you now. I remember
yeah,
you now.
it was a
Your
while
name,
since.
Emiliano, you're one of, yes, because I have the video.
Because of that, reading your book, I'm actually learning how to speak Nahuatl myself.
Good,
My
good.
madrina, her husband is one of the people that speaks it, and he gave me this book. I
Good.
only know a little bit, but it's
It's
things
all
like
good.
that. So I remember. So my
Okay,
bad.
so let's
Yeah,
touch your topics then. So
yeah, of
you
course.
said that you have a difficult time identifying because Mexicans don't see you as a Mexican. But you said something important though. You said that your people are Purepecha.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be your ethnicity.
Of course, yes. Actually, it wasn't necessarily about the struggle of that, but the struggles that I went through to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now as I'm a second year at Sacramento State,
Yeah,
because as a hoodie. So it's things like that's what I want to help educate others, because
yeah,
actually the experience that I went through when I went to my high school
yeah.
at Cristo Rey, it was
Mm-hmm.
predominantly Hispanic and Latino.
Mm-hmm.
But they all constantly went by like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
Mexican. But I already knew at that time that I was like, Mexican is more of a nationality rather
yes.
than ethnicity. My
Yeah,
ethnicity, I mainly go by Purepecha, and that's what I
yeah.
tell people. But in
Mm-hmm.
terms of identity, I also tell people that I'm a Chicano man, especially because I grew up around that type of culture. My old man, he introduced me to the lowrider culture, and that's part of it. But also through the history, everything from like the Zootsu rights to even up until now, the United Farm Workers Movement, everything that's a part of that history. So it's things like that that motivated me to pursue that as wanting that as a career, and as well as especially understanding Mesoamerican history, everything from the Maya, the Huastec, the
Yeah.
my people, the Purepecha, all those people. So
But you see, you also said another word. I just did a video. Actually, I haven't posted it on TikTok. I'll show you a
of course,
glimpse of it.
yeah,
And we touched on the word mestizo.
yeah,
And the video is about the mestizo. And so this is the video I haven't posted. I'll probably post it on Monday. The word mestizo itself, it actually means half breed. So breed, what is a breed? It is when you grab animals and breed them. So then, how did we come about the word breed to use on a human? Well, it's easy. The Spaniards didn't view indigenous people as humans, they considered them to be subhumans, perros, right? So when the Spaniard impregnated an indigenous woman, the child came out half human and half dog. So it's a breed. You understand? They breeded. They breeded the human with these animals. So that is when the child is born, the mestizo, the half breed, it was called hijo de la chingada. Why? Because it was very common for the Spaniard to have raped the indigenous woman, so the child is son of the damned. Hijo de la chingada. That is the origins of hijo de la chingada. So when we today, us Mexicans, call each other hijos de la chingada, we're using the same phrase that was given to us by the Spaniard rapist, by the Spaniard rapist when the Spaniard will rape the indigenous woman and we were born el hijo or la hija de la chingada, the son, the child of the damned.
Of course, yeah.
So, what exactly is mestizo?
Mestizo. For me, from my understanding, what mestizo is a person of is a person with descent with the indigenous, but also of your of. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain because I actually just learned about this as well.
The way that the word mestizo came about is because it literally means half breed. That's literally what mestizo means. It means nothing else other than half breed. Let's go to the word breed.
Yeah,
What does it mean?
I think it's when you. I don't know the technical part of it, but obviously, like my parents they breeded, so they had me, right or
No,
not?
no.
No. Okay, there we
The
go.
only things that you breed in this world are animals. Humans don't breed.
Mhm.
Only animals breed. So the way that the mestizo word came about is because the Spaniard didn't view indigenous people as humans. They looked at us as animals.
Mhm.
So when a Spaniard, an indigenous woman, the child was born, and the child is considered a half human, half animal.
Yeah.
So they bred children with these animals. So they considered themselves humans and they were breeding these animals into having half humans, half animals. Hence mestizo, hence half breed,
Yeah.
a half a breed of a human and an animal. So when we say mestizo or half breed, in a way we are championing and or accepting that we indigenous people are animals and they're humans. So it's a form of false sense of superiority with the white man. We're confirming and agreeing that we are animals, meaning we're inferior. We're not human enough,
Yeah.
and they are. So that is why the word mestizo is problematic because
Yeah.
it is a racist word.